Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to this broadcast, this live streaming event of American Legion Baseball, Area 4 style AAA American Legion Baseball on the Table Rock Sports Network. Jim McCoy here along with Kyle Clements. It's the league opener for the Mustangs. Medford off to a sizzling start with a 5-1 record. Their only defeat on the campaign coming at the hands of the Leghorns back on Saturday. Otherwise, the Mustangs come in fresh off some victories earlier in the week. Their most recent victory coming 6-0 on Monday behind the pitching of Grady Sickler and Blake Patro as the Mustangs run their record to 5-1. Eugene has already got some league action under their belt. They come in with an overall record of 10-0, but in league play they stand at 4-0. They have been the cream of the crop these past several seasons, and I think this will provide us a really good opportunity to size up where both of these fine programs are headed in their progress here in the early campaign. As you can see, the coaches are standing at home plate and going over a little discussion with the umpires. While they're taking care of that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick time out and step away and recognize our sponsors. Then we'll be back with baseball action here, American Legion style, on TableRockSports.net.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Super.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
parents,
community members,
anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes, people like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access, you bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding, check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Your first baseman is Blake Petro, number 27. He will bat seventh. Hitting eighth in right field, number 16, Mason Starting lineups for both squads being introduced right now. Today's action coming to you from the home venue for the Crater Comets and Hornfield, just outside Central Point. If you're familiar with the area, just around the corner from the Jackson County Expo. The challengers lined up along the first baseline. The Mustangs along the third baseline. We're getting ready for the playing of the national anthem. That'll give us opportunity to quickly break away, give thanks to our sponsors, and be right back.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
The playing of our national anthem. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups for this afternoon's game. This is game one of a doubleheader, so if you happen to be local to the area and want to take in a little bit of evening baseball action, game two of this double dip is scheduled for 7 o'clock. Looking at the starting lineup for the visiting challengers, leading off and playing left field will be Josh Berry. He'll be followed in the order by the shortstop, Brock Johnson. Gianni Lombardi is the pitcher for Eugene, and he'll bat third. Hitting cleanup and playing first base is Connor Clift. He'll be followed in the order by the center fielder, Duncan Raudebush. We got Carl Robbins playing second base and batting sixth. Aiden Hibbler is playing the hot corner, hitting seventh. Braden Corrigan is the catcher, and the number 9 hitter is the right fielder, Chase Hartley. Defensively, the Mustangs will line up as follows. In the infield, it's Blake Patro at first base, Keegan Painter at second. At third is Sean McFall, and the shortstop is Morgan Austin. Your outfield from left to right, Mason Snopel, Cade Pedersen, and Mason DeVry. The designated hitter today will be Easton Douglas. So we won't see anything of Freeman Roundtree hitting, the Ashland High product. Just recently wrapped up a season of college play. Been a mainstay in the Mustangs program for the past several seasons. So his experience will be welcome as he gets set to go to work on leadoff man for the challengers, Josh Berry. Looking at some of the totals they've put up so far this year, this is a team that can hit. Going against a Mustangs program that has a 2.88 ERA after 6 games. Ball hit into right field. It'll fall in for a base hit. So leadoff man aboard. Barry lays into the first pitch he sees. Here out of Thurston High is Brock Johnson. Colts this last season, 5A runner-ups. You'll look at the first pitch high from Roundtree. From the stretch, they'll lay down the bunt. Roundtree shepherds it, shovels it to first, and there's one gone. Barry will advance into scoring position. Well executed sacrifice bunt executed by Johnson. Opportunity to help his own cause here is the pitcher, Gianni Lombardi. Right-handed hitter standing in. Roundtree comes to the plate. And the ball hit in the air to right field. And there's one gone. So F9 on the play. One out in the inning. Runner remains at second base. Here's Connor Clift. One to the Challengers' first baseman. Quick timeout called. Patterson comes out for a conversation with Roundtree. Early on in the ball game, a little discussion of signals. Kenny Niles, the head man for the Challengers. Roundtree working from the stretch. Swing and a miss, strike two. Roundtree looks back at the runner at second. Comes to the plate, fouled back. Count remains at 1-2. Duncan Raudebush, the center fielder, on deck. Roundtree comes to the plate. Swing and a miss. Strike three, and for the right-hander, that is his first K of the day. That'll bring up Duncan Raudebush, the center fielder.
First baseman, number 23.
Actually, that'll bring up Clift. First pitch to Clift. Roundtree gets that over for a strike. Swing and a miss, strike two here as Roundtree looks sighted in here. Here the pop of the mitt from the catcher's mitt. 0-2, 2 out with the runner at second. Clift takes, and that'll run the count to 1-2. So Lombardi had struck out prior. Johnson sacrificed, and then, of course, we had the base hit. Ball popped up in the air, captured by Snopel And that will retire the side. So for the Challengers, no runs, 1 hit. Runner left on. We'll be back with the bottom of the first right after this timeout.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Here's a look at the starting lineup for the Medford Mustangs. Leading off, playing second base, is Keegan Painter, followed by Cade Pedersen in center field. The number 3 man is the third baseman, Sean McFall. The cleanup hitter is the DH, Easton Douglas. Brady Patterson will hit fifth and catch. In the 6th spot is shortstop Morgan Austin. Hitting 7th and playing first is Blake Patro. Number 8 hitter is the right fielder Mason DeVry. Mason Snowball, number 9 hitter, is Mason Snowball. We'll go to work against Johnny Lombardi. Lombardi will open with a strike to promptly get ahead. The infield behind him, Clift at first, Robbins at second, Hibbler at third, and the shortstop is Johnston. Lombardi with the 0-2 advantage. He winds, fires. Painter looks that one in. The outfield, Josh Berry in left, Duncan Raudebush in center, and Chase Hartley in right. We'll check down at first. Did he swing? He did not. And the count goes level at 2-2. The battery behind the plate is Braden Corrigan, and the pitcher is Johnny Lombardi. Painter stays alive as he fouls it away over in the direction of the Challenger dugout. And there's a strike from Lombardi, and there's one gone in the inning. With Painter erased, here comes Cade Pedersen.
Center fielder, number 6, Cade Pedersen.
The incoming senior at North Medford can be a dangerous hitter with his power. One of the top power threats for the Mustangs last summer. That pitch low, 1-0. Pedersen swings through. Got a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss. Looks like Lombardi might have taken a little something off of that. And throws off the timing of Pedersen. 1-2 pitch on the way. Fouled back. Bottom of the first. Scoreless ball game thus far. Pedersen practicing patience at the plate. Two-two pitch, that one upstairs. That'll run the count full at 3-2. On deck, Sean McFall. And there's a mighty cut and a miss by Pedersen. Lombardi strikes out the first two hitters he sees. And now he'll get set to go to work on the Eagle Point product, Sean McFall. Lombardi throwing darts so far, and he promptly gets ahead of the Mustangs' third baseman. That pitch just ever so slightly off target. Even when he's missing, Lombardi's not missing by much. 2-1 on the way. And a bouncing ball taken by Johnson. That one will get away from Clift. Motoring into second base is Sean McFall. So just like that, the Mustangs get a runner in scoring position with two gone.
Number 12, Easton Douglas.
Easton Douglas stands in. As memory recalls, we'll see him some at catcher. Patterson, the starter, in game one of the doubleheader. We also have Tucker Maben as part of the catching core. Douglas out of South Medford High School gets ahead of Lombardi. Runner at second, two gone. That one in the dirt. That gets away from the catcher. And by the time Corrigan finds it, McFall takes off for third. So the opening run of the ball game, 90 feet away for the Medford Mustangs. A game just underway. Lombardi. Misses here, and we got a hitter's count at 3-0. Advantage Douglas. Of course, I call that a hitter's count. You know that's going to be, he's going to be taking that one all the way. Make him throw a strike, and Lombardi obliges. 3-1 pitch. Lombardi misses on the offering. So now we've got runners at first and third, and two out. And this will bring up Brady Patterson. Patterson out of North Medford High School. Called a lot of softball during the spring, but did get a couple of looks at that Black Tornado team, and they were a fun squad to watch, and they've got some representation on this roster. Lombardi laboring a bit during this portion of the inning. He started out on fire, striking out his first two hitters. Pitcher fouled off and out of play. Got a 1-1 count. See Coach King going through his pantomime at first base. Contact made, fouled off harmlessly to the left. Lombardi looking to get out of a jam here in the home half of the first inning. One-two pitch on the way. That one upstairs, and the runner will take off. Now he's caught on a rundown. He'll try to make his way back to first, and they got him. With that, the Mustangs get out of the inning. I mean, the challengers for the Mustangs. No runs, no hits, and one challenger error. We'll go to the top of the second. It's scoreless here at Anhorn Field.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Sports are in trouble, and officials are in extreme demand.
So we're looking for people like you.
Former athletes,
parents, and community members.
What it takes is attention to detail,
A positive attitude and respect for the game.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
because the hard truth is,
no ref, no game. Play ball.
To the top of the second we go. It remains a scoreless ball game. The challengers bring to the plate Robbins, Hibbler, and Corrigan. The 6, 7, and 8 hitters in the challenger lineup.
Leading up for the challengers in the second.
Here's Rodebush.
Number 44, Duncan Roundabush.
Pitch upstairs from Roundtree. Rodebush gets ahead 1-0. Rodebush awaits the pitch. Knocks it foul off to the right. It's a 1-2 count. Rodebush looks that one in tight. The count will go to 2-2. Ball hit in the air. Out of the way as the count remains at 2-2. Raudebush working a good at-bat here, making Roundtree throw pitches. Roundtree knocks the dust off of Patterson's miss, but misses on the offering, and here Raudebush will draw the leadoff walk. No, actually, they're going to say he struck him out. Okay.
Second baseman, number 9, Colin Robbins.
I stand corrected on that. So the next hitter up, the lefty swinging Colin Robbins. So with the K there, that's 2 on the game. Now Roundtree makes the play on it, shovels it over to Patro, and there's 2 gone.
Third baseman, number 24, Aiden Hibbler.
We go 1-3 on the play, and here is Aiden Hibbler. Pitch up and in. Here, a bouncing ball, middle of the infield. Throw from short to first, and that will retire the side. For the Challengers, 3 up, 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the second, and we'll have that for you on the other side of this break.
Here, who's ready for camp in a new Toyota? Nice flash! The scavenger hunt starts now! The call was coming from inside the Tacoma!
Start your summer off right in a new Toyota. With 14 models starting under $40,000 MSRP, there's sure to be a vehicle for every budget. To learn more, visit Toyota.com.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Go to the bottom of the second. Due up for the Mustangs will be Morgan Austin, Blake Patro, and Mason DeVry. Scoreless ball game so far, and both of these teams can rake. But so far, Lombardi and Roundtree keeping their respective oppositions in check. Patterson was in the middle of an at-bat when the trailing runner ended up in a rundown. So, yeah, reminder, we kind of hit the reset button there as Patterson gets another shot at Lombardi. So then, with that, it's Patterson, Austin, and Patro. Lombardi ahead here at 0-2. Beautiful day here in Central Point. We got a little bit of breeze blowing here in the ballpark. Pitch for a ball. It's 1-2. He'll whack that one into the air, running over to make the catch in center field. Got Duncan Roudabush, and there's one gone.
Shortstop, number 23, Morgan Austin.
Morgan Austin out of Crater High will stand in. At the knees for a strike. 0-1. Working that lower portion of the plate. Lombardi gets ahead there with the strike to make it 1-2. Lombardi winds, comes to the plate, and that will even things up at 2-2. That one whacked off to the right. Count will remain at 2-2. The patience of Austin rewarded there as he takes a ball. That'll run the count full at 3-2. Here, Austin lays off the offering there and will take a stroll down to first.
First baseman, number 27.
Leadoff man is aboard, and that will bring up Blake Patro, sophomore out of Cascade Christian High School. Gets ahead here of Blake. Does Lombardi. He fouls that back, and looking down at the runner at first. Austin taking a measured lead. They're playing him deep. Patro, during the high school season, hit 6 out of the park. Bat just over his shoulder. Umpire points Patro in the direction of first base. Challenger bench contending that hit the bat.
Right fielder, number 16, Mason DeVry.
They've got the hitter, and so now we've got runners at first and second. One gone. And here's Mason DeVry. Right fielder looks at the pitch low. Mustangs still looking for their first hit of the game, but they've been getting runners via the base on balls, which 3 have been issued to Medford. Then there was an error and a hit batsman. 1-0 pitch from Lombardi. He comes to the plate, bouncing ball, hit down to second. They'll get the lead, the runner at first. So Patro's gone. But getting aboard on the fielder's choice is DeVry. Austin moves to third on the play. So we got runners at the corners, and now there are 2 out in the inning. Mason Snopel, number 9 man in the order, playing left field. Lombardi fires that one right down Broadway. It's 0-1. The pitch. Snopel will look that one in at 1-1. Pitch, swing and a miss, and the runner goes, and they get him. Crime does not pay for the Mustangs as they're caught stealing, and that will retire the side. Mustangs get runners aboard, unable to bring them around. It remains a scoreless ball game. Challengers will have an opportunity to try to do something about that in the next half inning, and we'll have that for you coming up on TableRockSports.net.
Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford has a large selection of new vehicles from Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and of course Ram trucks. We make it easy to drive home in the new vehicle of your dreams. Only at the Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford Superstore.
Braden Corrigan will try to get something started here for the Eugene Challengers. We find ourselves in a scoreless affair here at Andenhorn Field. He'll go ahead and hit that one deep in the air to right field, and the catch is made, and there's one gone in the inning.
Number 2, Chase Hartley.
So 1 up, 1 down. Chase Hartley, the right fielder. One count with 1 down. On deck is the number 1 hitter in the Challenger order, Josh Berry. Hartley, left-handed hitter. See on that front foot, he kind of raises that heel up a little bit. Swing and a miss. Count level at 2-2. Pitch in the dirt. Hartley working a 3-2 count. And he draws the walk. So a 1-out, bases on balls for Hartley, giving the challengers a runner, and we go to the top of the order to Josh Berry. Berry got a hit his first time up, the lone hit of the ball game for either team. Berry, right-handed hitter. And he'll hit a bouncing ball, get the out at second, over to first. The pitchers, wait a minute. They're going to call him safe at second base. So not so fast. So here we have a runner at second. But they did get the runner over at first. So runner in scoring position. Apparently missed the bag on the play. Sometimes they'll let you get away with that. They'll, what we call the neighborhood play. You're in the neighborhood, they'll allow it, but not in this case. So here's Brock Johnson. Johnson sacrificed in his first at-bat today. Swing and a miss, strike two. Working on the NFHS the last few seasons, and got a chance to watch Brock Johnson in action quite a bit for the Thurston Colts. And always a top hitter. Guy can really anchor your middle infield. Runner's going to take off, swing and a miss, throw down to third, taking on the bounce. And that'll retire the side. Swing and a miss, strike three. And that will end the threat by the Colts. We'll go to the bottom of the third. Scoreless ball game. You're watching American Legion baseball action on TableRockSports.net.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Bottom of the third. Mason Snopel comes to the plate. He'll be followed by Keegan Painter and Cade Patterson. So we go around the horn from the 9-hitter to the 1 and 2 hitters for the Mustangs. Ball hit in the air, and that's going to land, for those of you who are familiar with the environs at Crater High School. That ends up being fouled off over to our right, over in the direction of the shed. Snopel watches that one in, as the count goes even at 1-1. Strikes as the man in black behind the plate. About a 1-2 count. Leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the third. Timeout called. Hitter steps out. Snowball gets situated once again. That pitch upstairs. Lombardi throws the pitch. Snowball swings. Snowball misses. And there's one gone.
Second baseman, number 13, Keegan Painter.
So to the top of the order we go on Keegan Painter. Unofficially, we've got Lombardi at 3 strikeouts on the day. Gets ahead of Painter. Painter hitting the ball up in the air over to our right. Out of play it goes. 0-2. Painter figured big in the Mustangs' victories over the weekend with his contributions offensively. Here, he'll beat that into the dirt, foul, and that'll keep the count at 0-2. "91 degrees here in Central Point, Oregon." Of course, those temperatures will continue to cool down. We're here for the stream for Game 1 of a doubleheader. Invite you to come out, follow the Mustangs, catch them in Game 2 this evening as these two square off. Two of the top teams in Area 4 baseball, American Legion. Lombardi. 2-2 pitch. Down and away. 3-2. Bases clear with one gone. With the support of Mustangs bench cheering on, Painter works a walk. So the Mustangs have a runner aboard. And here is Cade Patterson. He struck out his first time up. Unofficially, we've got Lombardi at 3 walks issued on the day. Corrigan doing his part to keep everything in check. You can hear that bouncing off his chest protector. Throws the baseball back. Umpire checks it. Yep, it's a baseball. Lombardi ahead 1-0, and that one smoked to right field. It is deep, and it is gone. First hit of the game for the Mustangs. We told you this guy could rake, and he does not disappoint the hometown faithful as he gives the Mustangs a 2-0 lead. Cade Pedersen with the 2-run job. Painter comes in a home ahead of him, and Mustangs assume the lead here. Now here's Sean McFall. Johnny Lombardi, 1-1 pitch. That one hit right up the middle, base hit. McFall scampers around first. Raudebush picks it up, and McFall thinks better of it, returns to the bag. So the Mustangs with a pair of hits here in the inning, one of them a home run. Have a runner at first with 1 out. Easton Douglas, the lefty hitter, has a runner at first, as the Mustangs would like to try to extend their lead. No lead really safe with this Challengers offense. Douglas will get ahead here, 1-0. Lombardi ports that one into a strike, and for a strike, and then that will even up the count at 1-1. The runner's going to take off, and there, it's knocked through. Runner's going to come around third. It's a 3-0 ball game as McFall scores on the play. So Easton Douglas keeps the parade going. And Brady Patterson will stand in. The Mustangs taking a 3-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. And here's Patterson, Mustangs catcher. Tempting pitch for a Lombardi, but Patterson looks it in as it goes for a ball. Pitch on the way. That went in the dirt. The runner is going to take off. And down to third goes Easton Douglas. Timeout called here. We have a little conference on the bump. Meanwhile, Patterson will have a little convo with the head man for the Mustangs, John King. King now, I believe it's his third year as the head coach, succeeding Nate Maben. Preceded back in the day, of course, Sandy Kensinger at the helm of the program for so many years. Here, pitch upstairs to Patterson. It's a 3-0 count. Runner at third with 1 out. There's a strike as Lombardi muscles that one in. Patterson looks that in for a ball, and he'll take the stroll down to first base.
Shortstop, number 23, Morgan Austin.
Morgan Austin, who walked in his first at-bat, will come to the plate, and coach emerges from the challengers dugout. Lombardi started out hot in this ball game. Opening inning, he started out by striking out the first two hitters that he faced. At times, he's looked dominating. But along with the strikeouts have come some walks this afternoon. So we had an earlier conference on there, but that just involved the players. That's the first visit there from Niles, so Lombardi may remain in the ball game. First and third with one gone. Morgan Austin lays down the bunt. Plays at first, and coming in and scoring the run, Easton Douglas makes it a 4-0 ball game. So Austin gives himself up to bring the run home.
Number 27, Blake Petro. Runner at second base is number 3, Ryan McFall.
Ryan McFall in to run. Blake Patro now the hitter. So in this inning, runs scored by Easton Douglas, Sean McFall, Cade Pedersen's 2-run homer brought himself home, and Keegan Painter. Lombardi. Runner at second and 2 out. Patro looks that in for a ball as the count evens up at 1-1. Here's the pitch from Lombardi, and that one hit up the middle for a base hit. Coming around, coming home. Ryan McFall in to run. And he makes it a 5-0 ball game.
Your right fielder, number 16, Mason DeVry.
So McFall, running from Brady Patterson as the courtesy runner, comes home. RBI single by Patro. Mason DeVry got aboard on a fielder's choice, his first time up. He's ahead 2-0. Pitch on the way, fouled off. It's 2-1. Pitch down low. Mustang bench going crazy there. As DeVry works the 3-1 advantage. Pitch fouled off. Count full at 3-2. Lombardi comes to the plate. That one hit down to second and glances off the glove, and he'll come running into first. So DeVry keeps the inning alive.
Left fielder, number 32, Mason Snowfall.
So here's Mason Snowfall. Mustangs have put up 5 in this inning. Pitch fouled back. Here, the pitch. The result of it, level up at 1-1. We've got runners at first and second. Lombardi comes to the plate. Snowball takes a mighty cut at it. Lombardi trying to get his team out of this inning. Breaking ball upstairs as the count goes 2-2. Two on, 2 out, 2-2 count. And that ball smacked to right field. And for a base hit, Snowball, as 1 run will come home in Patro. And it's a 6-0 ball game. Just good, solid contact there from Snowball.
Second baseman, number 13, Keegan Painter.
And here's Keegan Painter. Earlier this inning, he got aboard on a walk and then came home on a 2-run shot by Cade Pedersen. And that one will sneak through. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. It's 8-0.
Center fielder, number 6, Cade Pedersen.
Now here's Cade Pedersen. Pedersen hit a 2-run homer earlier this inning. Lombardi will miss on the pitch. Count even at 1-1. Pedersen, swing and a miss. Strike 2. Off-speed pitch, then a throw down to second. So Keegan Painter with the steal. moves into scoring position. Two-two pitch on the way. And he gets them. The Medford Mustangs put up 8 runs on 6 hits and 1 challenger error. After 3 complete, it is the Mustangs 8, the Challengers nothing. We'll be back after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bro treatment.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Go to the top of the 4th inning. The Eugene Challengers now facing a little bit of adversity in this game after the 8-run uprising by the Mustangs in the 3rd. Johnny Lombardi, Connor Clift, and Duncan Rodebush will see what they can do to maybe get a rally started here. Roundtree misses on his first pitch. Lombardi struck out in his first at-bat. Roundtree sat for a while. Now this ball hit in the air over into right field. And there's one gone.
First baseman, number 23, Connor Clift.
Oh, here's Connor Clift. 0 for 1 on the day. Flew out in his first at-bat. Left-hand hitter. Makes solid, hard contact. And it goes all the way to the center field wall. So Connor Clift brings the Challenger faithful to life with the extra base knock. Well, the Challengers, looking for their first run of the day, have a runner in scoring position with 1 gone, and here is Duncan Rodebush. Rodebush, the center fielder, right-handed hitter, standing in against Roundtree. Roundtree gets that first pitch up, and Rodebush gets ahead 1-0. First base open. Rodebush halfway to occupying it. Roundtree looks at the runner and he works that one in at the knees as the count goes 2-1. Robbins the on-deck hitter. Swing and a miss. Raudebush takes a big cut there. Misses as the count goes 2-0. Raudebush working a good at-bat here. He's got a full count. Clift at second with one gone. Timeout called. So remains at a 3-2 count with one out. Clift taking a decent lead there at second base. Pitch hit in the air, and that one remains in the field of play, but just bounces right to the portion of fence in front of us. Raudebush will stay alive at 3-2 and one out. The Mustangs, on the strength of an 8-run third inning, in the driver's seat here. Payoff pitch. And Raudebush. Patience pays off for the challenger hitter as he makes his way down to first. So you have Clift at second, Raudebush at first. And here is Robbins. Robbins looking for his first hit of the day. Hits a bouncing ball wide of first. It's advantage Roundtree. 0-2 count with one gone. Pitch fouled away. Robbins will stay alive. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3. So Robbins works his way back to the challenger bench. Aiden Hibbler comes to the plate. He's got runners at first and second as the challengers pursue their first run of the game. Hibbler hits the bouncing ball down to third. McFall has trouble with it. He throws over to second. They get the runner there. 5-4 on the play, and that will do it for the Challengers. Challengers get a couple of runners aboard, but it remains an 8-0 ball game. We'll be back with the bottom of the fourth right after these messages on TableRockSports.net.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Substitution in the ball game. A left-hander has checked into the Challengers lineup, taking over in relief of Lombardi. Wearing number 24. As I pull up my lineup card here. Jaron Weed wearing number 8, the left-handed pitcher. Weed checking in. And then Hibbler, 24, coming out of the lineup as Lombardi moves over to third. Leadoff hitter here in the inning, Sean McFall. 1-1 count. Weed comes to the plate. Pitch a little upstairs as the count runs to 2-1. Ball popped up in the air. There to make the play is Clift as he closes the mid on it for the out.
Number 12, Easton Douglas.
Here's Easton Douglas. Dublin scored his last time up. Douglas 1 for 1, walked in his first at-bat of the day. One 1-0 pitch. Douglas now ahead at 2-0. We'll pour that one in for a strike as the count goes 2-1. Douglas just gets a piece of it there. On deck hitter is Brady Patterson. That one in the dirt as Douglas looks that in. We have a full count. Bases empty with 1 out in the inning. And Douglas coaxes the walk. And down to first he goes. Here is Brady Patterson. Patterson flew out to center field in his first at-bat. Then in that big third inning, drew a walk and scored. Weed misses on the pitch. It's 1-0. Weed comes to the plate. Patterson has always had a really good eye. Always had a high on-base percentage, and he remains true to his reputation as he draws the walk. That'll give the Mustangs a pair of runners with one gone. And here is Morgan Austin. He laid down that bunt that brought a run home last inning. Austin from Crater High School. So this is his home field right here. Challengers Brain Trust talking things over with the reliever Weed. The Challenger Brain Trust head coach is Kenny Niles. Then we have assistants Goldegger, Johnson, and Royster. So Austin stands back in. Right-handed hitter. RBI opportunity here with one out. Well, whatever coach said must have worked, right? Throws in a strike and gets ahead 0-1. And now it's an 0-2 count. When you're a pitcher, you got to love when you're not pitching from behind. Opens up your options. Move things around a little bit. Maybe throw some breaking balls that you wouldn't otherwise. Meanwhile, a throw down to first. Little backdoor throw there from Corrigan. Austin with the 1-2 count. Weed. His pitch goes for a ball, and that'll make it 2-2. Challengers coming into this with an unblemished 10-0 record. 4-0 in Area 4. Got a full count at 3-2. Pair of runners that have gotten aboard via the walk are at first and second. Weed, the pitch. Hit foul down the third baseline. Eugene on Tuesday night, showing how they can score, ended up winning 9-2 in that game. Bouncing ball. Just kind of went dead there. And now that will...
Third baseman, number 27, Blake Petro.
We got now Austin at first. And we've got Coach Niles making his way off the bench, coming in, having a little discussion with the umpire here on the infield. Had a fielder's choice scenario. And now we've got a pitching change. So, while they sort all of that out, and the fans here locally get entertained to the voice of Johnny Cash, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you.
Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes and stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
So Coach Niles goes to the bullpen, and that'll bring up Jace Philippe. Right-handed pitcher. There's 2 gone in the inning. Weed responsible for a couple of walks in the inning. Got a fielder's choice on the last play. But you've got first and second with 2 gone. Blake Patro, who can muscle a baseball, stands in. Bottom of the 4th. The 8-0 score that you see comes all through an 8-run third. Started off with a 2-run shot off the bat of Cade Pedersen. And that started the avalanche. Philippe. He'll miss on his first pitch to Patro. Comes to the plate. Hits the ball out to right center field. That one will fall in for a base hit. 1 run will come around to make it 9-0. Blake Patro with an RBI single. And that is his second hit of the ball game.
The right fielder, number 16, Mason DeVry.
Mason DeVry comes to the plate, wearing number 16. 2 gone. Runners at the corners. DeVry, the left-handed hitter, standing. There's a lot of lefty bats in this, a lot of balance in this Mustang lineup. DeVry got aboard on a fielder's choice and also on an error. So he's been on base twice, but technically 0 for 2. But he's ahead here, 3-1. Philippe sets, pitches. Speed, maybe that was a changeup. Ends up coming in for a strike. 3-2. Philippe comes to the plate, swing and a miss. And that'll do it for the Mustangs, but they do bring in a run to make it a 9-0 ball game on your John L. Scott scoreboard. We will stop for a 60-second break and be right back here on TableRockSports.net.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Leading up the top of the fifth for the Eugene Challengers, pitcher number 12, Braden Corgan.
To the top of the fifth, Braden Corgan will lead things off for the Eugene Challengers, who now find themselves with a 9-0 deficit. A far cry different from what the success they've been having of late. Just looking at the recent scores, I mentioned the win on Tuesday over Fairfield, and then they swept a pair from Roseburg on Sunday. The Challengers here, Roundtree ends up hitting Corgan. He'll take one for the team, and he'll give the Challengers their leadoff runner aboard. As now we have Chase Hartley. But on Sunday, it was 5-3 Eugene over Roseburg, and then in the nightcap, 6-5 Eugene, so they won a pair of close ones. Hartley ahead here at 2-0. Walked his first appearance today. Hit the ball in the air to left field. Snopel sizes it up, makes the catch, and there's one gone. We'll go to the top of the order. Josh Berry. Berry, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. And actually, we'll have a pinch hitter now. So Coach Niles going to his bench. Kind of looked over there. I go, wait a minute, where's Berry going? But he'll give way in favor of Stephen Riley. Riley will stand in. He's got a runner at first with one gone. Roundtree, who started today's affair, surrendered a pair of hits. And here he quickly gets ahead of Riley, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch, and now a throw back to first. Little sweep tag there. Corrigan gets back in time. One, 2 pitch, hit up the middle. They get the runner at second, on to first. The double play. After 4.5, it is the Mustangs 9 and the Challengers nothing. We'll be back with more on the other side of this break.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Bottom of the 5th. Opening game of a twin build. This is the league opener for the Mustangs, who came in with a 5-1 record. And they're cruising right now against the Eugene Challengers by a score of 9-0. Eugene had already played 4 league games and came in with a 4-0 record and a 10-0 record overall. Philippe continues on. He's the 3rd pitcher of the afternoon for Coach Kenny Niles. Mason Snopel, left fielder, stands in to lead off the inning. Snopel looks at a ball, 1-0. Struck out and hit an RBI double and scored a run. Here, he's ahead of Philippe, 2-0. On deck, we go back to the top of the order for the Mustangs. Snowball with the advantage. The 3-0 count. Snowball will take all the way on that one as we now have a 3-1 count. A pitch from Philippe. Bouncing ball down to third. Quick throw down to first. And he got him. Nice play there to open up the bottom of the fifth inning. 5-3 on the ground out. We go to the top of the Mustang order, and Keegan Painter. He has a hit to his credit today. Driven in a run. And talk about how the game started out differently. He was one of 2 strikeouts that Lombardi registered to open the ball game. 0-1 pitch. We're even now 1-1. Philippe winds, fires. Painter watches that one go by as he's now ahead of the count, 2-1. Painter was part of a victory against Cardinal Newman on Saturday. He ended up tying up the game on a wild pitch. Then that followed Douglas coming home on a passed ball. Three-two pitch. Count full with 1 gone in the inning. Bottom 5. The opener of a doubleheader between these 2 teams at Anhorn Field in Central Point. Here, Painter ends up drawing the walk. He'll head on down to first.
Center fielder, number 6, Cade Pedersen.
And here's Cade Pedersen. Pedersen struck out twice, but hit a 2-run homer to start the scoring for the Mustangs in the third. This Mustang team has got some power. Besides Pedersen, over their first weekend in action, Blake Patro hit a home run. McFall's another hitter that can reach the fences. Grady Sickler, who's not in this game. Pedersen out in front of Philippe with a 2-0 count. 3-0 count. Runner at first. One gone. Home half of the 5th inning. Pedersen draws the walk. Painter goes down to second. Here's Sean McFall, 1 for 3 on the day. And that 8-run third. He hit a single and scored. Looks like we may have a changing of the guard here. Won't we go ahead and take a quick break? And we'll be right back on TableRockSports.net.
123 right now at Abby's. Abby's BLT celebration is on. 1. Grab a large for under $20. 2. Go giant and get 50% more pizza. 3. Sauce it up with our new signature sauces. Now that's legendary. Our BLT pizza is loaded with 2 kinds of bacon, fresh lettuce, juicy tomatoes, and real cheese, all on our hand-rolled dough. Celebrate birthdays, graduations, and sports parties for less with our BLT. It's as easy as ABC. Order now at abbys.com.
Prices at the pump are up, but at Lippert's, prices are at record lows, and we're giving you something extra this summer. Waterproof click flooring, just $1.99 a square foot. Designer tile, $2.99. Carpet, an amazing 99 cents. And you get a free gas card with flooring purchase. That's right, a free gas card with your flooring purchase. Time to pump up the savings on your next project at Lippert's Carpet One, Medford and Grants Pass.
Eugene Challengers end up going to their 4th pitcher of the day. Coming in from the bullpen, the right-hander, wearing number 14, is Mason Baer. The Medford Mustangs with the 9-0 lead. A pair of runners aboard. And Baer will now have the task of taking on third baseman Sean McFall. It'll be McFall, and then on deck is Easton Douglas. Baer opens up with a strike, 0-1. So now you get that one under your belt. Move on to the next one. Here's a pitch, and that one upstairs as we even up the count. Baer looks at the runner at second, comes to the plate, and that one yanked foul, wide of third. It's a 1-2 count to McFall. This field familiar to him as a member of the Eagles and Crater, local rivals in the Midwestern League. Pitch popped up behind the plate, and that one will go out of play. McFall hanging in with a 1-2 count. little bit of breeze blowing in. Ball popped up in the air. Degrees your temperature as we speak out here at Anhorn Field. Game 2 scheduled for 7. Needless to say, that one's going to start a little bit later. Bringing you here the stream for the opener, a 1-2 count to McFall with one down. We're going to see if he can't bring one more home. Here, good solid contact. And McFall will walk him off. So the Medford Mustangs take game 1 of a doubleheader in their league opening night against their rivals, the Eugene Challengers. For the Mustangs, they ended up with 10 runs on 8 hits and no errors. For Eugene, no runs, 2 hits, and 2 errors. Grabbing the win on the mound is Freeman Roundtree. Hitting a 2-run homer in the game is Cade Pedersen. Well, that'll wrap up our coverage for today's game. And again, want to invite you down here for the second game of the doubleheader. If you can make it over to watch a couple of fine programs do battle with the loss. The Challengers now go to 4-1 in Area 4 play. The Mustangs, that was their first game, and now they're 1-0 and 6-1 overall. For my cameraman, Kyle Clement, I'm Jim McCoy. Thank you for joining us, and have a great night.
For Eugene, no runs, 2 hits, 3 errors, and they leave 2. The winning pitcher.